So what's going on, guys? Welcome to another video where I talk about everything that's interesting to me in the world of technology. And Apple's continuing to defend themselves. They're denying that they had to use any Sony designs to create the iPhone, but we all know from the prototypes that this is not true. Also, a designer who worked for both Sony and Apple is refusing to testify. And a side story to all of this is that Apple is being sued by a Taiwan university in Texas. Apparently, Apple is using technology that this university has a patent to for Siri. Not for nothing, but in this country, a lot of people assume that Apple brought us like these amazing products. Yes, in a way they did, but they brought it here on the backs of a lot of people who worked for a very low wage overseas and under the same roof as their competitors. A lot of times when these things are manufactured in a country like China, you'll have one building and there's a whole bunch of shit being made. There could be an iPhone being made in that building, a Dell computer. It's all going on under the same roof because the wages are low and the manufacturing is very cheap. Now, if you think that's the way to bring a product into the country, that's your business. But the way I see Apple is a spoiled brat. All they want is all the money they can grab onto. Yes, that's what they're in the business of. But they're also in the business of misinforming the public. And it's only now that a lot of companies, or even this university, is calling them out and saying, hey, you guys don't own that. You didn't innovate that. A company that doesn't manufacture their own stuff is going to get into these situations. And Apple is a prime example of this. But anyways, on a lighter note, let's talk about some of the Apple commercials. You know, if you want to compare and contrast commercials, look at the Samsung Galaxy S3 where people are playing soccer, they're putting the two phones together to pass the torch. So there's a lot of cool things going on in the commercial. And then you watch the Apple commercials with that fucking Apple genius. If you ever been to an Apple store, you know the people in the blue shirts behind the desk that actually troubleshoot these computers, call themselves geniuses. Where in the world would that make any sense besides an Apple store? You have someone working a part-time job, yeah, they're probably like forced to work there because, you know, they just want to pay their bills or they go to school, and that's being a genius? No, that's like, fuck, I can't go work anywhere else. This place pays like 10 or 11 bucks an hour, whatever it is. Let me go work there. All the talk about these commercials is that they make the user feel like a douchebag. So it's basically this guy that pops out of nowhere. He's like,
hey, it looks like you just bought a Mac.
And then the guy is just like,
I'm not sure, I bought it from that store.
And it's a plain computer store. And then the other guy's like,
does it have all these apps on it?
Who the fuck creates these ideas? Another one is the guy trying to edit his video, and this supposed genius comes along and says,
hey, you having trouble with your computer?
You don't need some random guy in a fucking blue shirt.
Hey, I'll fix your problem.
And I know it's supposed to be acting, I know they're over-exaggerating, but still, it's a lot of absurdity. And if you ever go to the Apple store, talk to a couple of the employees over there, and you'll find out they're far from geniuses. And I'm not trying to insult them, but when you put that label on yourself and you're an employee of some fucking retail store, genius is probably one of the last things you should be calling yourselves. And trust me, I had shitty retail jobs. There's not one fucking time I'll call myself a genius. It was like, no, I need to make some fucking money to pay some bills. So that's my personal opinion. You'll have to watch the commercials. Maybe I can put some links in the description. You can check them out. That's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to talk about. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys later. Cheers.